Okay, so we're going to take our horseshoe parting from ear to ear horizontally.
Okay, so it's not straight across, it's horseshoe.
Right. And then you're going to lay your hand right about the top of the occipital bone. You're going to place your hand on there and drop this hair over. As long as you cannot see my hand, you're safe. So let's say you want to remove a little bit more bulk high up. You still feel like that's too full and too thick. You want more movement in this area as opposed to this area. So think about where, when that person kind of flings their head, where do you want to see the movement go? Do you want to see more movement here, or do you want to see more movement up here? Let's say they have a lot of density up here, and you're wanting to remove some of that. Take your horseshoe
usually
horizontally a little higher up.
Because usually that hair ends up on the sides.
Mm-hmm. And I'll show you how to get rid of that too. So you go up in there and you lay it back down. You can still not see my hand, but you can see where it's not as bulky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little more. So that's going to be our goal if you're wanting more movement here.
Yeah.
When you do your hair, do you feel like you want more height here, or do you want more movement in this area?
I don't really care for so much height.
Okay. So height is not important to her, so we're going to go back to our first sectioning.
Yeah, I love the way Victoria's Secret hair is bouncy.
Okay.
They don't have short hair.
I know.
They have this done to their hair, though.
They have what?
They have this done to
their
her hair.
Yeah.
They all have extensions.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take this and clip this out of our way, because this hair is not important to us right now. So now we want to make sure that we go vertical sectioning from center left back down to the scalp area, where you know that you can see.
I just want her to see that.
You can see that you still have, you want to make sure that you leave this little corner here so that we're not going to be reduced. Oops, sorry. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this, on the right side. We're going to go right center back from our horizontal parting down to our corner. You see how I didn't get all of it? So I need to go a little farther over. You want to make sure you leave that little point.
Grab her another clip.
Okay, we want to make sure we got clean parting here. So, our mirror is our friend. Thank you. So you guys are my mirror.
Okay.
Does that look pretty even?
No.
No? Where does it need to come off?
The left side.
Higher or lower?
Needs to come off the left side.
Okay.
Or the other
There.
side. The other left. Yeah, right there.
Okay. All right. And then we're going to take our two fingers, start here, and dive down to the bottom. You can feel the bone there.
Oh, so kind of like where it like caved in a little.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the part of your head
Yeah.
that's rounded? You're going to go from the somewhere between the mid to top part of that round to the base of where it ends right there. Then the other thing you got to check for is comb this hair down now to make sure you have no holes or anything missing. To me that looks a little bit thinner right in the middle, so we're going to go through and make our triangle slightly smaller. And it's always better to err on not taking enough than to take too much.
Absolutely.
So now does that look better on her density on her bottom?
Yeah.
So now all we're dealing with is this little small triangle, right? So we're going to take it and we're going to comb straight up vertically, 90 degrees.
Don't you look down or anything?
No. And then we're going to decide where we want our fullness to hit. So if you're wanting more fullness here, then you take this part a little shorter. So that when it comes down, because if you think about this piece right here, if I was to cut it 2 inches long, when it falls, right there is where your fullness is going to be, right? So if I make it a little longer, your fullness is going to be down here. So to decide, that is what determines how short you take it here. So you take your little guide and decide, well, I want my fullness to be like right in here. So that's going to be about a 3-inch section that we're going to go up. you have a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it okay that the left side doesn't go to a point like the right side does? Sorry, I'm weird about this.
Nope. That's why I said y'all are my mirror. You have to let me know.
I got you, Kelly. I got you.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you very much.
They were just gonna stand right here.
Yep.
They were gonna watch.
Thank you for being my mirror.
She's our perfectionist.
So am I. That's why I'm like, please be my mirror, because you can't really tell. Okay, so 3 inches. My finger just happens to be 3 inches. So there's my guide.
I love that you already know how long your finger is. That's really my finger's 3 inches.
Yep.
That's
Measure
perfect.
Yeah, who knows how long her finger is? A hairdresser.
Weird people that are perfectionists.
Fallon, how long is your finger?
I'm about to find out. I'm about to use that one.
Okay, and then just one simple.
That is
Didn't even
intense.
that much. We alright, Kelly.
And then when you drop it down,
Oh, well, it's not like as dramatic as you'd think.
right? Because see what happens is
That
this
triangle.
bottom
Because
layer
the triangle, yeah.
travels
And
it's a
where it's
travel,
on the
and it's a
occipital bone.
triangle, so it disperses weight.
Right.
You're cutting
That's
like
why
this
you're
and not
doing
like
it
this.
in.
No, it's like that. No.
Just
Yeah,
like
it's
this.
straight across.
Oh, okay.
It's on video, girl. You'll see it.
So when that falls back down, that moves to where this, if you was to look at without this top layer, is kind of like old-fashioned layers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then when you drop this
Carol
back down,
Brady.
Ooh, shut up, Carol.
when you drop that back down over, it works as a veil. Oops, there's most of your hair. Clip right there.
Look at you.
And
Shake
so